Hello! Hello, hello, we're back. Again. Already. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Before I press the button, I need to make sure I've got the right one. And I don't believe that that is the case. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, your audio's gone. We wait for no man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Potch O'Clock. Come on. Hello, welcome. It is the player rating show that I'm trying to get to be a more consistent thing. It kind of fell off a little bit at one point when I thought I was moving house, and now, I mean, that's still going ahead, but there's only so many times that I can that I can just not do the player ratings. And I like doing the player ratings. Sometimes they're quick, sometimes they're a little longer. I feel like today's going to be a bit of a quick one, kind of because it has to be as well. Pressing matters and all that. So please do smash the like button. We're almost, we're getting close to 20 likes already. Just over 20 of you here, early doors. So please do. Smash the like button and all that good stuff. What can be said? What can be said that hasn't been said already before by myself from these lips? Chelsea, it was a little bit slow at first, but in the end, we got the result we wanted to get, or that we deserved to get, shall we say. Preston, for the most part, for the majority, if not all the game, rarely, if ever. 4 shots, 2 on target. We had 24 shots. I don't know if that's a good stat, but we had 24 shots, 12 on target for a 50% shot accuracy ratio. It's not exactly what you want to see, but at the end of the day, I mean, 4, 8, 12, 1/3 of the shots we had on target were goals. So, pretty good going. Pretty good going. A clean sheet. For me, there's not really much you can say about Petrovic. Continues to perform, continues to be good, continues to do well. We do need to be a bit better. Obviously, taking an hour to score a goal against Preston North End, who are 14th in the Championship, isn't too much to brag about. But all the same, a 4-0 win is a 4-0 win. 1 goal more than I thought we were going to do. Okay. I'm going to try and get this through this, not as quickly as possible, but also as quickly as possible as well, because I have things I need to do. Gilchrist, I thought taken off way too soon, but again, Thiago Silva came on and scored. So what the fuck? I don't really know anything in that regard. Personally, I'm really impressed. I don't know. It might need to go to a vote, honestly. This might need to be the first vote of the stream. It needs to. This one needs. What the fuck? Poll. And don't just be nice because it's his debut. 6.5, 7. 7.5 or 8. Gilchrist in the chats, in the poll. Please do smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and of course hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content. Once again, boys and girls, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just joining, smash the like button. It's Potch O'Clock. It's Potch O'Clock at Chills. Fantastic result. Nothing really to complain about other than it took too long to score. But when we did, it just wouldn't stop. Just raining goals. Raining goals in the end, was it not? I'll stop there. I think a 7 is absolutely warranted. We won 4-0. The guy played an hour. If he played the 90 minutes, he may well have, got more involved in the game. I feel like it was what it was. It was a good performance. A great debut for him. And one that he can absolutely be proud of. Yay! Dan, thank you very much for becoming a member for 7 months. 7 months in a row, I believe that is as well. A good start to the year, says Dan. Thank you very much, mate. Really, really do appreciate it. 7 months. Jesus Christ. Mental. Disassi, again, I think goes without saying. I don't think he was worse. I don't think he was better than Gilchrist. So a 7 for him. Colwill, a 7 point. This one's going to have to go to a vote, I think. Probably, he can't be the same. He can't be the same as Disassi. Colwill, 6.5, 7, 7.5. We'll take Disassi to a vote as well. We'll take Disassi to a vote as well. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll take that off for now. We'll do Disassi. I'm getting a lot of people saying that it was a disaster or that he wasn't deserving of a 7. So I could see him getting a 6.5, to be honest with you. What are we saying? 7.5 for Colwill. So absolutely right. And then we'll get to Disassi. 6.5, 7, 7.5. Just to give him the benefit of the doubt on either end. Do you know what I'm saying? Get your votes in now. And continue to smash the like button. 30 of you here, 15 likes. It's, Disassi gets too much hate. I gave him a 7. Listen, I gave him a 7. Don't learn. I don't want none of this. Comments saying, well, you're down. You didn't give Disassi what he deserved. I think a 6.5 is fair, but all the same, I gave him a 7. So, hey, you late comments from people that are watching this once the live has ended, just know, I originally gave him a 7. It's very close. It's literally neck and neck, to be honest with you. At the moment, it's 35% 6.5 and 33%. We're waiting for one to take over the other. And as soon as it does, which it has, 6.5 for Disassi. I'm absolutely not a Disassi fanboy. I might have been at the beginning of the season, but the longer it's gone on, I don't know. I'm not sure. Malagusto, another assist for him. Another fantastic performance for him. A 7 for Gusto. Jesus Christ. An assist for him once again. He's on the score sheet once again in terms of an assist or whatever. And this time on the other side of the pitch. I, for one, I'm going to already put it out there and say, yes, in terms of fanboy, I'm a Gusto fanboy. I'm a big, big Gusto fanboy. But I'm going to start the bidding at 7 rather. 7.58. And do you know what? I'm going to go up as high as an 8.5 for Goose. I think that's a little high, personally. There's very few players on the pitch that warrant an 8.5. But still, if you want to vote an 8.5, it's there for the voting. It's also there for you to click the like button. So click the like button. 40 of you here, 19 likes. We always need to maintain a 50% ratio. And once again, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's... What is it? It's Potter Clock. That's what it is. It's Potter Clock. 4-0. The win to kick off 2024. It was there. To me, it made sense. It made sense for us to, the year's got a 4 at the end of it. Give us a 4-0. It makes absolutely perfect sense, does it not? Just rambling at this point. 8 is the clear winner for Mr. Malo Gusto, who personally, I think that is absolutely justified. I don't think that rating doesn't specifically come down to just this game. He is so consistent. I don't know. Last game, he might have had a bit of a stinker. I don't think he was actually as good last game as he has been in all the other games that he's played since Reece James has been out. But today, I think he held the fort. I think the assist was great. He just did what he does best. He's just Malo Gusto. Sean de Paul is what he is. That's what I've always said. He looked like Sean Paul. Whether or not that is dodgy or not remains to be seen. Caicedo next. I felt like it's one of those games with Caicedo where he just did his job. He was there. He was here. He was there. He was every fucking where, wasn't he? He just. There wasn't much to go on. And for me, if you can't fault him, then chances are he did his job very well. Or just he just did his job. He just did his job. I think a 7 is warranted for that. I don't think there's need for a poll on that. I think a 7 for Caicedo is all that's warranted. Enzo Fernandez, a goal for him. It was a tap in at the end of the day, but he's got a goal. He's got a goal. He's finally scored a goal again for the second time, I think. We're going to do a poll for this one though, because quite frankly, I can't really say I saw too much to suggest that he deserves any more than it's like a 7.5, really, realistically. I'm going to start it at 6.5, to be honest with you. 7.5, and then as high as an 8, I believe. Not for 1 second suggesting that he warrants a 6.5, but, you know, there's room for that to be a possibility. You never know. You never know. In the first half, Enzo was everywhere. He was. There was moments in the game. He was here, there, every fucking where. And as such, he has warranted a 7.5. I think that is very justified. I think that is certainly the case. Definitely the better out of the two. But nothing crazy good. Like all these... the ratings on FOTMob and all that sort of thing, giving him an 8.8 and everything. Like, fucking Sterling has a 9. I know he got a goal and assist, but Jesus. Have some shame. Have some shame. Cole Palmer, an assist for him. Again, I agree. It wasn't like we saw a massive amount of game time from him or anything crazy from him. It was one of the kind of games where you see like, oh my God, Palmer that's a Palmer performance. It's good. It wasn't anything crazy, but a good performance nonetheless. Again, I'm just going to give him a 7 on there. The missed chance at the beginning of the game, yes, you're right, Matt. I absolutely think deducts any possibility of a 7.5. I was fuming. I was fucking fuming with that. I really thought it was a wasted chance. And it was a sign of his maturity, I think. And I don't want to look into it too much. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to go overboard with it, but all the same, it seemed like a lack of maturity to think that he could just flick it over there as opposed to just trying to put it in the back of the net as simply as possible. He was trying to be cool with it. He was trying to be a bit too cool with it. Not having a go at the guy. Do you know what I mean? So I still think a really good performance from him, but nothing crazy. Nothing good. Nothing good. Nothing fantastic, but a good performance nonetheless. It was a tight angle. Not many people are scoring from that. Yeah, he still had he had like 2 touches of the ball, to be fair. And the first touch was fantastic. So I don't know. Mikhail Mudryk, again, one of those games where did he really do anything crazy? Is anyone overly impressed by Mudryk? I honestly think a 6.5 could be warranted on here. A 7, yes. I do think 6.5 could take the fucking cake here. Mudryk, 6.5 He's never over 7.5, so that's the highest. I'm starting the bidding at 6. I'm starting the bidding at 6, and quite honestly, I could see it. But a 6.5 to a 7 for me is you know, warranted for sure. And there we go. A 6.5 might be harsh. I don't think so. If you factor in everyone else's performances, he did pretty fucking... I mean, there was moments for sure, but there's moments in all of his games where it's like... Cool. I guess that's a good... You did a good thing there, but there's also times where it's like he's falling over the place. Not diving. I don't mean that. I don't mean like he's trying to win fouls. I mean like he's slipping over the place, or like he's just run a bit too far beyond and he's out of position, or do you know what I mean? Like it's just slow down. Slow down. Calm down. It's not just fucking compose yourself. Play like you do for Ukraine. I don't understand him sometimes. I really don't. Sterling, for me, pissed me right off because he's man of the match. I know he is. And it's pissed me off because I was giving him such a fucking hard time. Man of the match in terms of, like, goals and assists, but, like, he did fuck all. He didn't do anything apart from the goal and the assist, but... Listen, I'm going to give you guys the shout here. I don't think he was the best player on the pitch. I was giving him flack. I was calling him this, that, and everything else. Calling him boring. Saying I don't really like watching him play football anymore. I don't think he's as good as... He's definitely not as good as he used to be. And he's just more, it's just like, I fucking yawn when I watch him play. He's a dead baller. He's a dead baller. He's had his time. And if he left, I'm not sad and ungrateful because I know he's got highest GA in the last 2 seasons, but fuck me, he's a fucking dead baller these days, is he not? And he knows it as well. He knows it. He does the bare minimum, and the bare minimum sometimes is good enough to be the best player for Chelsea. Let's just put it that way. He doesn't stand out like he's much better than anyone else. Willian or Sterling, on their day, Sterling. For Chelsea, Willian. And I know Lewis, Carefree Lewis would be fucking... He'd be swinging right now. He'd be swinging. He'd be swinging at my jaw right now if he heard me say that. But all the same, he doesn't stand out like Hazard, like you just said, Dan. He does not stand out. He's not... He might get the goal or the assist. He's not a game-changing player. It was a fantastic free kick. Don't make no mistake about it. But all the same, he doesn't get me going. He doesn't get me going at all. There's not one thing. For City and Liverpool, he used to, but for Chelsea, couldn't give a bollocks. I don't care. If he left tomorrow and went to the Saudi League, I'd bid him fair dues. I'd be like, all right, fair play, but I won't miss you. I won't miss you. He will absolutely not go down with any sort of, like... I might come to one day, eat me words... And I'm open to that. I welcome it. Whenever I criticise a player, I always... Because it benefits me. It benefits me. It benefits you. If we criticise players and then they end up being brilliant and being like, well, I've just lifted a Champions League trophy for you, fuck off, then sure. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you really think... You winning a trophy, proving me wrong, is making me angry? No, of course I'm happy. Of course I'm glad that you proved me wrong. I called you shit. You said fuck off. Here's a trophy. Okay, good. Do you know what I mean? That's what I want. I want it to piss you off. I want it to roll you up, to make you prove us wrong. It benefits us as the viewer, as the supporter, as the fan. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just, I say what I say and I mean it, and I'm open to being proven wrong. It's as simple as that. Sterling, a 7. It is what it is. Sterling or Werner? Sterling. I love Werner, but fucking hell, he was jarring to watch. Sterling's jarring to watch in a way where you're like, you could do better. Whereas with Werner, he's like a fucking injured dog, isn't he? He's like a dog that's got a bit. He's like a horse with like a dodgy leg, and you're like, oh, we need to put you down, mate. I'm sorry, like you're just not cutting it. You mean well. You're really trying to win that Grand Prix, but fucking hell, it's time to go. And him going to Tottenham just says it all. He's a fucking bottle job. Timo Werner, probably the best place for him. Broja. Could be man of the match, honestly. And a lot of you were criticising him. First half was dead. I completely hold my hands up to that. A lot of you are giving him flack that I feel like was a bit harsh, because you got to remember his injury fucked him up completely. I do think that goal was just... It should, in theory, it should project him to be a bit more... Hello, John. It should project him to be more the player that he was before he got injured. As we saw, he nearly scored immediately from the kickoff, and then nearly scored a header like 2 seconds later as well. They're like London buses. You don't get a bus, and then straight away there's like fucking a million of them. He's shown all he needed was a bit of fucking, a bit of lead in the pencil. Needed something to get him going. Do you know what I'm saying? He had a bit of stage fright, and now he's got one goal. I think they're going to start to come true. That said, is he man of the match? I don't know. I'll leave that down to you. In the meantime, we will do the honourable mentions. I'll put... what's enough to make him, what's it, 7, 6.5, 7. I don't think there really is a man of the match, to be honest with you. I'm going to make it so that 8 is the highest. I don't think any of you are voting him a fucking 8, to be honest. But Gusto being man of the match, no problem with me. No problem with me at all. I really do hope that he uses that momentum and takes it to new heights. Do you know what I mean? The second coming of Broja. Madueke, I thought was really good. Didn't really have too much time. I mean, he had 30 minutes, but it wasn't enough to really showcase as much as it was in the last 2 games that he's played. But still came really close a couple of times. Thiago Silva came on, he scored. He wasn't meant to score, was he? It was more like Pochettino shutting up shop, and he just happened to score. And what a goal it was. Washington, didn't really see him, honestly. Didn't really do anything. Gallagher, thought was really good. I feel like we missed. I do feel like we missed Gallagher in the middle of the pitch, to be honest with you. And again, Lewis will be swinging. He'd be swinging at my jaw. But all the same, he's just good, isn't he? Gallagher's just good, isn't he? He just is. He just is good. And Golding came really close to scoring to make it 5 out of that absolutely nowhere. But sadly was not to be the case. Last rating of the stream is a 7 for Armando Broja, which does mean that Malo Gusto is the man of the match, as voted by you, the viewer, for this game against Preston. Pochettino, he proved me wrong. Pochettino proved me wrong. Do you know, it was a weird one. It was a weird one. Here he is. So I get out of the way. And I'll flip myself. Hang on. With Pochettino, a 7.5 at most. A 7.5 at most. Poch finally got his subs on point. I completely fucking disagreed at one point. When he was making the subs, I was fuming Gilchrist got subbed off. But hey, what do I know? No, what was it? That sub in particular, I said, why is Thiago Silva coming on? What's the point? And he scored. Gilchrist coming off. Why take him off? Maybe it worked. Who knows? He might have had a stinker after that. And then I got annoyed that he took Mudryk off and not gave him a 90 minutes for once in his life. I mean, Sterling, who I said should have come off instead, ended up scoring. So again, what do I know, eh? It is, it's beyond me. Should we do one last one? One last one. Pochettino. 6.5. Actually, I'll give him the chance. 7.5. 8. 8.5. I don't think he was lower than a 7. I'll give him the chance to be man of the match. What about that? So I'll give Pochettino the chance to be man of the match. I doubt he'll get it. But again, the vote is up to you. Please do smash the like button if you haven't done so already. If you're on your way out, please do leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content on the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the last time today, it's Punch O'Clock. Thank you for all of your interactivity on this stream. It has ended with a 7.5 for the gaffer. For the gaffer, which is not enough to make him... Hang on. It's not enough to make him the man of the match, but all the same, here is a look at the ratings. I'm trying to get as much out of the way as possible. 7.5 for Petrovic, 7 for Gilchrist, 6.5 for Disassi, Cole with 7.5, and 8 for Gusto, who is the man of the match. Sterling with a 7, Caicedo with a 7, Palmer with a 7, Broja with a 7, 7.5 for Enzo, 6.5 for Mudryk, and a 7.5 for Mr. Maurizio Pochettino. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. The next stream will be on Tuesday after the game against Middlesbrough in the first leg of the semi-final in the Carabao Cup. A preview will be up on Monday for that game. And yeah, expect to see a schedule uploaded on here, on Twitter, on Instagram for what's coming up this week. Until then, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing, hitting the bell notification, all that good stuff. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you very, very soon. Goodbye. Goodbye.